A Greensboro doctor puts on her white coat, understanding the weight of the responsibility that comes with it.
Natalie Wilson joins us to explain why there's a lot of history behind her calling.
Yes, Chad Madison, this really is special. Not only is she meeting a significant patient need, especially in the African American community, she's continuing a family legacy. And here's why we're saying good for her.
So how are you doing today?
When Dr. Mary Branch meets with a patient,
I am fine.
she knows that being a black cardiologist could be the very detail that puts someone at ease.
There's a huge burden and prevalence of hypertension, obesity within our community. A lot of folks don't feel heard, and they feel more comfortable sometimes if they have a physician who looks like them.
What do you do for physical activity, exercise?
She's part of a rare group. Research in the AHA journal shows that approximately 3% of cardiologists in the U.S. are black, which is even lower than what the Association of American Medical Colleges reports for black physicians overall at 5.7%.
I feel like if I go away, we are going to go extinct. And that voice and that connection with patients and being those advocates, it may go away. And that's very problematic.
That's kept Dr. Branch motivated, despite the peaks and valleys of the long and challenging journey to get here.
I did 4 years of medical school, 3 years of internal medicine, 4 years of cardiology research. I've done research at Harvard and research at Wake Forest. So I just graduated from my fellowship, even though I'm in my late 30s. Never too late, in 2022.
She's been at Cone Health since the fall of 2022.
Here at Cone Hospital, there are 3 African American female cardiologists, and we do have our own little niches, and we're part of the group. There are not many hospitals, I would say, in the country, probably maybe in certain parts of the world, but not many in the country where you'll have 3 African American female cardiologists. But that requires intention, and our leadership is intentional about having diversity within their staff.
What's just as unique about the position Dr. Branch holds is the history it represents in her family tree.
For me, it's carrying the torch of the family business, because if we lose this, we kind of lose a part of ourselves as a family unit.
She is a 4th-generation black physician. Her mother, Dr. Virginia D. Banks, is an infectious disease specialist who's advocated for patients from the AIDS epidemic to COVID. They both graduated from Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine. Her mom in 1974, Dr. Branch in 2013. She also has a great uncle and cousins who were doctors.
I was privileged in that I was part of 4 generations of physicians. So I had networks, I had connections. I knew about this program at Yale where I could learn more, I could meet admissions officers, and they can tell me what's happening on the other side of the curtain.
Dr. Branch knows it's going to take making those networks more accessible to grow the pipeline for more black doctors.
So I advocate for more historically black colleges to have more medical schools, creating more programs, HBCUs, where we can train folks so they don't have to deal with the mental gymnastics and just focus on the subject matter, which would be great, and then have more residency programs.
All the way up to having the necessary support for African Americans to own clinical practices.
Not to say you just see African American patients, you can see anyone, but you have that ownership. And once again, you're more motivated and you can fulfill that need. But if you're going through this system that really isn't built for you, it's going to be very hard to maintain and for it to be sustainable.
Change that's going to take buy-in from everyone, including the community itself.
We can't do this by ourselves. We can't do the learning and be our own advocates. You know, we need help.
And Dr. Branch is also open about how she overcame a mental breakdown while being a new mother and pursuing a career in medicine. It's part of a TEDx talk she did. She started therapy in 2020 and hopes her transparency will encourage other professionals to prioritize taking care of themselves so they're in the best position to care for others. Madison.